General Hospital spoilers gush Rick Lansing. Rick Hurst is at the center of a sizzling scheme. Ava Jerome, Maura West, has a juicy secret. Christina Corinthos Davis, Kate Muncy, tampered with Rick's brakes, causing his and Elizabeth Baldwin's, Rebecca Herbst, crash, and she's ready to use it to bleed Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn, drive for Cassadine cash, and maybe even snatch Avery Corinthos, Ava and Grace Scarola, from Sonny Corinthos. Maury Spinard. Rick is tempted by the chance to stick it to his brother, but his daughter, Molly's, fragile trust in Christina is giving him pause. Will Rick team up with Ava for revenge, or protect Molly's heart? Ava is playing chess while everyone else is stuck on checkers. Knowing Christina is guilty, she's plotting to keep it hush-hush, dangling the secret over Alexis to siphon off chunks of the Cassadine fortune. But that's not all. Spoilers say Ava may be eyeing a bigger prize, leveraging the dirt to strong-arm Sonny into giving up custody of their daughter, Avery. It's a cold-blooded move, and Ava is banking on Rick's silence about Christina to seal the deal. She's dangling revenge like candy, but will Rick bite? Knowing the fallout could hit close to home, Rick is caught in a tug-of-war between his head and his heart. Ava's plan offers him a shot to burn Sonny to the ground. Sweet payback for years of sibling rivalry. Of course, Rick will be tempted. Sticking it to his brother would feel oh so good. But Molly is just starting to rebuild her bond with Christina, believing her sister's remorse is real. If Rick joins Ava's extortion game, Christina's secret could blow up, shattering Molly's trust and her relationship with the one sister she has left since Sam McCall's, Kelly Monaco, death. Rick may continue to wrestle with his demons. Will he pick vengeance or his daughter's happiness? Just when it seems Rick might pick a side, a twist could turn this family drama upside down. Rumors hint that someone might get too close to the truth soon, forcing Rick's hand. If he backs Ava and the plan leaks, Molly could be crushed, blaming him for betraying her faith in Christina. But if he bails on Ava, she's not one to play nice. Expect her to retaliate. It sounds like Rick is at a crossroads. Keep quiet for Molly's sake, or roll the dice for a shot at Sonny. Will Ava's scheme unravel, or is Rick about to spark a Corinthos family war? He may think a lump sum of cash and watching Alexis squirm will be justice enough for him. But he might be overestimating how easy it'll be to watch Molly make all the wrong moves because she doesn't know what she doesn't know. Further, it's clear that Rick doesn't fully trust Ava to give up a chunk of the funds she swindles out of Alexis. This could get interesting. Keep checking back with us for more GH news and spoilers just ahead to see how this pans out. Port Charles has never been a city for saints, but even the most seasoned sinners are facing heavy reckonings in the coming weeks. With old grudges resurfacing and new loyalties forming in the shadows, one man is poised at a dangerous crossroads, Rick Lansing. The brother of Sonny Corinthos and father figure to the grieving Molly Lansing Davis, Rick has always been a man of ambition wrapped in rationalizations. But as Ava Jerome extends a tempting offer laced with revenge, the real question becomes, will Rick sacrifice his daughter's peace of mind for a long-awaited shot at Sonny's destruction? It wasn't all that long ago that Rick Lansing walked out of Port Charles with a trail of manipulations and half-truths behind him. Though his departure was low-key, his re-entry into the fray has been anything but. With Molly's surrogate heartbreakingly losing the baby and the cracks in her world growing wider, Rick has swept in with quiet resolve to support her. He seems like a man reborn, calm, thoughtful, fatherly. But those who know Rick best can sense it. There's an edge behind his smile, a fire that never quite went out. And Ava Jerome, ever the strategist, sees it too. Ava's war with Sonny has been simmering for months, and her latest maneuvers show she's playing the long game. Tired of being Sonny's pawn and desperate to reclaim her independence, she's assembling a quiet army. She doesn't just want to beat Sonny. She wants to unravel him from the inside out. Enter Rick Lansing. No stranger to Sonny's wrath or his shadow, Rick once tried to destroy his brother from within the Corinthos organization. Now, Ava is offering him a similar chance, but with a twist. She wants Rick to become the face of a new legal and financial front aimed squarely at dismantling Sonny's empire. Not with bullets, but with contracts. Not with lies, but with leverage. And Rick, A brilliant legal mind with personal scores to settle is the perfect soldier. But accepting Ava's offer isn't just a business decision. It's a betrayal, one that could cost him everything, including Molly. Molly has always been the moral compass of the Lansing family, the steady voice of reason, even when surrounded by chaos. But since the tragic loss of her baby, she's been barely holding it together. Christina's meltdown and Ava's involvement in the surrogacy fallout have only made things worse. Now, Molly is clinging to her father more than ever. She believes Rick is her anchor, the one adult in her life who isn't broken, bitter, or burdened by betrayal. If she were to discover that he's secretly aligning with Ava after everything Ava's done, it could shatter her completely. This is where Rick's dilemma deepens. Can he compartmentalize? Can he justify joining Ava's crusade against Sunny by telling himself he's doing it for a greater good? Or is he just feeding his old hunger for vengeance, no matter the cost to his daughter? It's not just about Molly, and it's not even just about Sunny. Rick has spent a lifetime being compared to his brother, standing in Sunny's shadow and resenting the empire Sunny built while Rick played the part of outsider. He's always believed he could run things better, smarter, cleaner, more just. Now, Ava's plan gives him a second shot at proving it. By targeting Sunny's finances, legal interests, and personal allies, Rick could finally cripple his brother's hold over Port Charles. But if he moves forward, he'll also be aligning himself with someone Molly despises. He'll be risking the fragile bond he's rebuilt with her. Does Rick really want justice, or does he want to finally win? Ava isn't just offering Rick a partnership, she's offering him power. Real power. She's also dangling something else, a shield. Should Sunny retaliate, Ava promises to absorb the blow. She'll take the heat, the blame, the risk. Rick's name, she claims, will be buried behind layers of legal structure and shell corporations. He can have his vengeance without losing his standing in Molly's eyes. But Rick's no fool. He knows Ava doesn't do favors without strings. Aligning with her makes him a player in a dangerous game, one where loyalty shifts like quicksand. And if he says yes, it might not be just Sunny he has to worry about, it might be the growing suspicion of others like Carly, Alexis, or even Jason, who could easily sniff out the betrayal. In a pivotal scene coming soon, spoilers hint at a confrontation between Rick and Alexis. Old wounds resurface as Alexis warns Rick not to fall back into his self-destructive habits. You can't save Molly by betraying everything she believes in. She'll tell him, her voice sharp with years of frustration. Alexis, despite her own complex history, knows Ava's brand of manipulation, and she knows Rick. If anyone can appeal to the man he wants to be, it's the woman who once loved and lost him. Will Rick listen? Of course, secrets never stay buried in Port Charles. If Rick does join Ava's operation, it's only a matter of time before the truth comes out. And when it does, it could be Molly who suffers most. In the aftermath of her baby's death, trust is the only thing keeping her afloat. If she discovers that her father, her only stable figure, is working with Ava, possibly the reason her surrogate turned on her, it could drive her into a tailspin. Spoilers tease that Molly may overhear a conversation or stumble upon a damning piece of evidence. A flash drive, a contract, a voicemail. And in true soap opera fashion, it may come at the worst possible time. Perhaps just as she's beginning to forgive Ava or find hope again. The fallout could be massive. Not just for Rick, but for the entire Lansing Davis family. The writers of General Hospital have a real opportunity here to take Rick's character in either direction, redemption or ruin. Will he ultimately confess the truth to Molly and walk away from Ava's scheme before it's too late? Or will he double down, convinced that taking Sunny down is worth any price? And what will Ava do if Rick suddenly grows a conscience?